I was 31, and it was just a couple of weeks after my husband told me that he was in love with a 19-year-old girl who worked for him, and he was leaving me for her. Needless to say, I was feeling, well, not terribly desirable anymore. Some of my friends decided that I needed a girls' night out, and not just a regular girls' night out. They were taking me to a male strip show. Now, this was back in 1984, and this kind of entertainment was fairly new. Traveling shows would visit nightclubs, and when the show was over, they would open their doors to the throngs of men who were waiting to get inside to be with all the drunk and horny women. So I was nervous. I mean, really, really nervous. I was surprised to discover that I was actually trembling. I had 3 drinks very quickly to relax. Yeah, that did it. So we take our ringside seats, and the show begins. I was fascinated by the behavior of these women, all ages and sizes, screaming and competing with each other to be brought up on stage to be humped by these dancers. It was really odd. I just didn't feel like part of the whole thing. I just really felt like an observer. So the last guy comes out. He gets down to his tighty-whities, and he's very cute. I was slouched down on my chair with my legs sticking out and my arms crossed. I didn't think I looked very approachable. But he came over to me, straddled my legs, and leaned in to whisper in my ear, "You are so hot." I think, yeah, I bet you say that to all the girls. After all, they are working for dollars, just like female strippers. Near the end of his number, he comes back to me again, straddles me again, and he nuzzles my neck. I'm like frozen, because I don't know what to do. He whispers, "I want to see you after the show." Okay, so this gets my attention. Really? Right. He probably tells that to half the women there just so they'll stay and drink more. The show ends. My friends and I are at the bar. I look across the room, and there he is, with his gym bag, talking to a woman. He sees me and makes a beeline for me. He buys me a drink, and then he asks if I want to go outside with him so I can put his gear in his car. I'm not drunk, but keep in mind my state of mind. At 31, I felt old and unattractive. My husband had just traded me in for a younger model. So yeah, I was flattered. There were a lot of women there, and he chose me. So we go outside, and don't judge me, we were making out. My friends came out and they wanted to leave. As luck would have it, I had left my car at their house and rode there with them. Stripper boy says, "I'll bring you to your car." So I stay. We get in his car and we drive it over to a corner of the parking lot. We park. We make out. He gets a little pushy. I say no. So he drives me to my car. As he pulls into the driveway, he puts his car in park. He reaches down, unzips his pants, and pulls his dick out and says, "You could put this in your mouth if you like. It would be like a treat for you." I lost it. I looked at him, and I looked at it, and I looked at him, and I started to laugh. I laughed as I got out of the car. I laughed as I walked around his car to get to mine. I laughed as I unlocked my car. I laughed when I got in my car, and I continued to laugh as I pulled out of the driveway. I couldn't stop laughing. He had to follow me until he knew where he was, and once he realized where he was, he pulled out from behind my car and passed me, squealing and peeling rubber. Treat? Right.